Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. This is Dark versus Name with Dark Needed Games. I decided to do a pack opening of Lord of the Rings. So the reason I've waited so long to do a pack opening of these is one, they were insanely expensive with everybody trying to hunt down the One Ring, and I honestly was not about to follow that mess. But I personally do like Lord of the Rings, and which leads me to the conversation today of pricing for Magic the Gathering product. So Lord of the Rings at one point reached $520 for a collector booster box like the one you see in front of you. That's insane pricing. Insane pricing. My opinion is I really don't believe this is 100% Wizards' personal doing. I really believe this is a byproduct of what's going on with Hasbro. Hasbro's stocks for quarter one were all negative, with the only department making the money being Wizards of the Coast. So with that, I don't think the Magic product itself is bad. I think they've been, for the most part, in my opinion, they've been pretty much bangers. That not all of them, because I mean we did get Crimson Vow and Midnight Hunt, and those weren't too good in my opinion. And Double Feature, let's not even talk about Double Feature. But for the most part, overall, most of the products they put out is solid. These are good cards, good mechanics, good artists, but just the I don't know, just the need for greed is so strong with Hasbro that it's literally seeped into Wizards. There's no reason a collector box of these things should cost ever $520 under no circumstances. I don't care what you say about inflation and oh well things are going up in the market because everybody's got to keep up with the products. And no, this is literal cardboard. Pictures on cardboard. Nobody should ever have to pay their mortgage or a car note to get this. That's insane. I do not agree with that. However, I do understand prices do need to increase with inflation and with what the market is willing to pay. Problem is, in my opinion, with the removal of MSRP by Wizards by not putting that out, they're like, oh, the market's going to decide what they are going to pay for this product. And honestly, that's just, in my opinion, it's just a way for them to just kind of be like, oh, well, like we didn't decide this price. We didn't make it this expensive. It's the market. The people want to pay this for their product. And Hasbro is like, yes, 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 please, 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 please keep on raising the prices. And if you noticed, in the last couple of years, they've been putting out more and more Commander product, which is not inherently in itself bad because a lot of people play Commander. But because they know a lot of people play Commander, they've begun to forego their whole gaming system as a whole because there's more than just Commander as a format. There's Standard, there's Modern, there's Legacy, there's Vintage. Standard is supposed to be that that format used to get people in, keep things fresh, and everything's keep sets rotate. You get new cards, but nobody's playing that because it's insanely weak. Honestly, just Standard is just weak. As a matter of fact, how I started playing was in Standard. That's actually how I got into Magic, was starting to play Standard. Long story short, I watched people play, but Standard was the first format I ever played in Magic, and what I what got me into Magic. That's what I was playing. But I learned over time that it was just very, very, I guess stale. Stale is the best word I can say. More like it was just they didn't make new mechanics, new things for Standard to play because the majority of people were playing Commander. They were moving from Standard and going to Commander, or they were moving from Standard and going to Modern. I even seen people move left Standard to go to Vintage and Legacy. Like, Standard just wasn't fun. Like, they would print cards that were just superly overly broken, and like, yeah, it's either you play those cards or you lose. You don't play, and nobody wants to do that. Nobody wants to be forced to just play cards they don't want to play because it's the only way they can win. I mean, nobody wants to forego winning for fun. They don't mind losing sometimes. Most people don't mind losing here and there, but they don't want to intentionally decrease their chances of losing just to have fun. Like, that doesn't make sense. It's cool. I got a Nazgul. But about the Lord of the Rings collector booster box itself, like, the product itself looks amazing. It's very on flavor with the lore. I've read the books, I've watched the movies, and I truly enjoy these. These are like amazing. Apparently, like the Nazgul, if you know the story behind it, there's 9 of them. Well, Wizards actually printed this same card, but with 9 different arts to match the 9 of the Nazgul, which is just something awesome. Like, everything they did with this was flavorful. It makes you feel like you are in that world of Lord of the Rings, and I greatly appreciate it. And that's why I say, like, the products themselves are like amazing. Here's Legolas, Master Archer. Like, now I know the set, they even came out before they even printed this, that they said the set wasn't going to be very strong, but I've heard nothing but positive things as far as playing the game, especially people who had drafted it. They were like, yo, like, this is really, really, really good. They all had fun, and that's should be the whole point of this game, is to have fun. Yes, they're a business and they're out to make profit, and profits should be made. I do not disagree with this. I run a business myself, and I do want to make profits. But in my opinion, profits should never be at the cost of your base. Your base is the whole reason you're doing business in the first place. If you destroy your base, you have no foundation. No foundation, no business. My opinion. Always, that's just my opinion. So take it for what you will. But I'm definitely liking the looks of these cards. They look cool. Arwen's Gift. Tale of Twinaville. These are definitely, like, look at the lands. Like, the plains, it's a part of the land of, it shows Rohan and the mountains. Like, just amazing. Like, I think these are, like, really awesome. Gimli. Rivendell. That's pretty neat. Galadriel. Oh, another Gimli. Shadow of the Enemy. Like, this is definitely an interesting set. I've looked at some of the cards during the spoilers, so I have kind of an idea of, like, what's it looks for. Surprising. Hold on, before I even go there, I'll even talk about the packaging. The packaging is actually pretty solid. It's not, at least it's not that much of the machines where you needed a chainsaw to open into your pack to get anything. But it looks quality. Just the packaging itself is good quality packaging. It's not terrible, but it's not, like, annoying. I've noticed that these cards are having significantly less curling. They still curl even with the foiling. I don't know what they're doing for their foiling for their cards, but for whatever reason, their foil cards tend to curl. But this ones aren't so terrible. They're actually not that bad. So yeah, let me make sure you guys can see this. But yeah, I really do like this set. Fell Beast. Look at that. The Shire for another plains. So, like, you can even get different ones with different parts of the land. So we had a plains that showed Rohan, and now this one shows the Shire. So that's cool. Just I'm telling you, flavor everywhere. If you like Lord of the Rings, I truly believe you're going to like this set. Pippin. Nazgul again. Minas Tirith. So I guess there's going to be a legendary land for each color from places of Middle Earth. We got the blue one, and now we got the white one. Many partings. Faramir. Huh. So we've seen what? Quite a few different characters. Here, I'll speed this up because I know most people who are actually interested probably aren't looking to see all the commons and uncommons. But I just wanted to showcase a little bit of the art and some of the stuff that they've done for the cards as far as showing the world of Lord of the Rings, because I kind of want to make some decks from this just to make, because I know they're not going to be powerful, but just to sort of make my own party from Lord of the Rings and do my own little thing, which I think a lot of people were going to do, which is another reason why probably a lot of people came to this, because they are Lord of the Rings fans and may not be necessarily Magic fans. Yes, I'm glad I got this because I want to make a deck. This is Shelob. Shelob is these spider from Lord of the Rings that actually caught Frodo, but Frodo got rescued. And I actually believe she makes spiders like a viable commander of a commander deck. And I took a look yesterday and actually saw that a lot of spider cards have started to spike in price. So that signals to me that yes, other people were like looking to make spiders a thing, and so spiders are a possible deck to make. Frodo Baggins. And see, like I liked like how they did like the Elven speech, or actually that might be Black speech on the outside of the cards. Just as flavor, you got some full art ones, and then you have some. I believe that is Black speech around the circle, kind of like the ring. Like everything is so like flavorful as far as filling the lore and like making you feel you're a part of this. And I think it's amazing. I think it's great. But those are my thoughts. We'll end the video here. We'll save these packs for another opening so we can discuss more Lord of the Rings, because these packs were not cheap. These boxes were definitely expensive beyond repair, and honestly I was not going to be caught up in that mess, so I was happy the One Ring was found rather quickly. That mess is over. Now there's still good value in these. There's still the serialized soul rings, and each soul ring has 3 different versions to match the lore with the rings of power. So you have the elven rings, the human rings, and the dwarf rings, which I believe it's 3 elven rings. So there's going to be 3,000 serialized rings. There's the 5 dwarven rings, and so there's 5,000 serialized dwarven rings, and I believe it's 9 rings of men. So there's 9,000 soul rings that are all serialized. So that it's cool. Like they've really gone the distance for the flavor text. It's I really can't say enough about how good and how well they nailed representing Lord of the Rings in this. Now, the only thing I may have issue with is the whole race swapping. I know there's been issues where I guess they swapped Aragorn from like Northic type appearance to more of an African American type appearance. Honestly, ultimately, I don't care, because it's a character, it's a fictional character. It is what it is. But if you're like really into the lore, I can understand how it's jarring to know or have an image of what he looks like based on what the book describes, and then the images they print are a direct contrast to that. But ultimately, it's a game. Magic's a game. Lord of the Rings is a fictional realm, fictional world, and it's not real. So there's no point in stressing over and getting bent out of shape and like getting upset because they quote unquote race swapped a character. So it's not that big of a deal. You're gonna play the game either way. But outside of that, amazing flavor text, amazing pictures, amazing storytelling, and this is how Wizards should do IP swapping. This is how Wizards should present IPs when they do an IP crossover. But thank you for showing up and checking out my video and seeing some of the Lord of the Rings. We will definitely open up more packs, and we'll talk more Lord of the Rings. There is Commander Masters right around the corner. Should be coming out, Thursday next week. I do have orders coming in for Commander Masters, so if you check out my store online, you will see that I have tons of products. The Magic the Gathering Commanders is already being added. They're not up yet because I don't want to pre-sale and over pre-sale. So I don't believe in selling you something I don't have. I want to make sure I have it locked in and for sure that it's mine before I offer it to you. That way I can guarantee you get your product. Another great benefit of being part of the Dark Native family. Also, the Patreon is always up and ready for people to join. If you join the Patreon, you'll get different benefits based on the tier you choose. I won't go over all these tiers because I'm not going to talk your ear off, but pick a tier that fits you. The higher the tier, the more benefits you get, and I guarantee you that there will be some sort of value for you, everybody at every level at some form or fashion. I want to again thank all those who already follow. Tell your friends, tell your family, get other people to play some Magic, and get some games going either at your local game store or around your table. I want to thank each and every one of you for being here, and to also advertise my new Lost Bundle box that I've created. Here it is. It's a bundle that I've made that's similar to the Chaos boxes, if you know what those are from Walmart. I've taken a lot of time and money to partner with a business to get this going, to have the design. It's a bundle box that's gonna guarantee you 5 packs, 4 of them being either draft or Seth packs, either that or a mix of those, and 1 collector box. And it's gonna have other little goodies in it. It'll have, stickers and card sleeves and all kinds of other neat stuff. These will be also on my online store, but if you become a Patreon member, you will get discounts. And obviously, the higher tier you pick, the steeper the discount you get. So I encourage and invite you all to join my Patreon, get your hands on one of these boxes. I am super excited to get these out to people, and at the same time enjoy benefits of being a Patreon member. Thank you guys again. I hope you have a wonderful day. And this is Dark, first of his name. Peace.